Hello, hello, everybody. Hello. It's your friendly neighborhood ghost, Toxic Moxie. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to another installment of the ArtSnacks Ink Challenge with me, Toxic Moxie, also known as Meg. It is October 26th. Hopefully everybody is feeling good about the art challenge so far. We are in the finish line. It is right there. We have 5 days after this. I cannot believe it. I can't believe that we're almost done with October already, guys. But here we are. We're here to do some more art today. Oh, thank you, Manda Cakes. I am very proud of myself this year. I've done pretty good. Now, I will preface that by saying I am behind right now with my prompts. But I'm hoping to get caught up tonight. I'm going to do today's prompt on the live stream today, but afterwards I'm going to try to get caught up because I think I'm behind 2. Yeah. 2, but that's okay because I'm being patient with myself, and I'm just gonna continue to do art at my own pace and have fun with it because that is the most important part. So if anybody is behind, do not fear, it is okay because so am I. So let's get started. So today's prompt is toadstool, also known as mushroom. Hi, Teresa. Oh, thank you. I am so happy that you liked my little ghostly creations so far. Here we go. This is what I have. My very basic preliminary line work done, as I've always said, because if I sketch on this live stream, we will not even get close to being done. Hi, Sarah. Welcome, welcome. So today we have a bunch of mushy goodness, which is one of my favorite things to doodle is mushrooms. He's got a mushroom hat. We got a bunch of little mushes all over the place. Super excited about this one. So first things first. So before we do anything else, as you can see all of my purple sketch underneath. We're gonna take the big fat eraser and we're gonna gently erase the pencil lines. I say this because I know on a bunch of the live streams I said I gotta be careful so I don't rip the paper, and the other day I finally ripped the paper doing this. I was so mad at myself. I'm like, it's okay, it's okay. It was only a little rip on the edge, so I just took some tape and taped it on the back side of the paper. But it happens. It is the danger of sketching so hard with my pencil and then not being careful about erasing and then ripping my paper. But that's okay. All right. Very gently erasing all of that pencil underneath. Not gonna rip it. We're determined we're not going to rip the paper today. And it's not going to be perfect because, as I said, I draw very hard with my pencil. which is why I like to use a lighter colored lead. Like this whole month I've been using purple, or I think it says lavender on it. It's a light purple. And that has helped a lot. All right, we have got our pencil erased. Having a brain fart today. All right, let's see. So first things first, I'm gonna go in and do my blacks. So I'm gonna touch up his eyes. And we'll touch up all these guys' little legs. Let's see, we got the little legs down here. I love their little stub legs. Whoops. That's all right, we'll fix that later. All right. And this one doesn't have a lot of black, like. Thank you, Amanda. Yep, I do love drawing little stubby, my stuff drawn in little stubby guys. All right, I think I'm gonna make the stems of these black. Just for a little bit of contrast. And we're gonna get to inking pretty fast today because I don't have a lot of areas of like flat black that I'm gonna be doing in this one. I was gonna keep this one simple and somehow I managed to not do that. So this line work is still a little rough. It's all one thickness, but that's okay because we're just gonna go back. I'm gonna go back after the colored ink dries and do some more line work. Probably won't be able to do it on the live stream because this will probably still be wet, but that's okay. We gotta get to the ink. Don't mind my palette. It's like not perfectly clean. I cleaned it as good as I could though. All right, so we got, as per the whole month, I've got my red and I've got my blue. It's the same ones I've been using all month. It's been a challenge, but it has been fun. So I'm just gonna put some drops of the red, which still to me looks orange. And actually we're gonna do a couple drops in there. And then we're gonna take our blue. I'm trying not to squirt it everywhere. This is gonna be a, and then I got my little water squirt bottle. We're just gonna dilute that down, and we're gonna dilute this down and probably have to add to it because this looks very blue. Oh, yeah, it needs a little more. All right. We're gonna add some more blue to this because it's kind of like a orangey purple. I want more of a, oh boy, might have added too much blue now. I'm gonna mix that around. I think it needs just, let's see, let's test it. Needs a little, oops, sorry guys. All right. Gonna add a touch more blue. I'm going for like a bluish purple. That is one of my favorites. Like a blue violet. No, I think I added too much. We'll see. Oh, yep, there we go. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of it, you kind of can see it better. I'm just taking it on my brush and bringing it over here. And I'm gonna dilute that down just so we have a more subtle purple for our shadows. There we go. Add a little more. That's good. All right. We've got our colors mixed. We're ready to go. Making a mess. All right, we're gonna put our ink over there so we can have this guy over here. All right, let's get to it. We're gonna start with the reddish orange. So some of these little mushes are gonna be like orange, and then other ones are gonna be purple. And now I'm thinking about I should have made this guy purple to contrast, but that's okay. Because his mushroom hat's gonna be like the orangey color. I'm gonna wipe some of that off. There we go. And it's okay. As I've always said, we don't have to stay perfect in the lines. I try to, but there's ways to fix this up a little bit after with the white gel pen that came in the box for my areas that, like all his little spots on his hat are gonna be white. So I'm not super caring about staying in the lines because I can go in with the gel pen and make those white again. This is what I would refer to as the messy stage. And I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. If you do art, you have that like stage of doing a piece of art where it's kind of like really sloppy looking and a mess before you refine it more. So we're just going to trust the process. All right, those two guys are going to be purple. This guy is going to be a red one. And wait, I don't want all three of these guys to be, I guess they are gonna, no, we'll leave those. Those guys can be purple. Actually, I lied. I lied to you guys. I want this guy to be this guy. And I put too much ink on there, so I just dried my brush off on my little rag. And it pulls up some of that extra ink, and then it's going to spread the rest around. All right. Let's see. Now I'm just thinking, what else is going to be my orangey red color? Because I'm kind of trying to do all of that color and lay down a baseline I already smeared ink on my hand and on my desk. And we are 15 minutes in. Wouldn't be me if I wasn't making a mess. That's kind of part of the fun though, if you really think about it. As opposed to digital art, which I like doing digital art too, but you don't get to make a mess with digital art, which is one of the good things about it, but sometimes you just want to make a mess, you know? Just want to get in there and make a mess. Can't forget about our little leaves. There we go. Let's see. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give him a little. So now I'm gonna take this orangey red color and I'm gonna dilute some down a little bit because I gotta do my blushy cheeks. Very important. Let's see, I gotta see if that, yep, that is good. Wouldn't be my art without everything having little blushies. Blushies over here, blushies over there. All right. Yep, signature blushies. You are right, Sarah. This is true. I was deciding whether I wanted to put blushies on the mushrooms, and I don't know why I haven't asked myself that, because we know the answer is yes. A lot of mushrooms here. Here we go. There we go. Everybody's got some rough blushies. All right. Now we're going to take our purple. And then we're going to start blocking in our purple. And this is just the first layer. We're just putting down color to figure out what color's going where. And half-heartedly trying to stay in the lines. We're getting somewhere. So is there anybody in the chat right now that's doing the ArtSnacks Ink challenge? And if so, how are you doing with 5 days left? How's everybody holding up? Oh yeah, I need my orange. Oh, Amanda, it is okay. As I said at the beginning, I am behind as well. So don't feel bad. And I'm sure we're not the only ones. It's a hard thing to do a whole piece of art, especially an ink piece every day for a month. It is a challenge. It is a hard thing to do. And honestly, there's only been a couple years where I've actually gotten through a whole October challenge. I don't think I made it last year. But you're loving what you're creating, and that is the most important part. If you're loving what you're doing, that really is all that matters. Whether you finish, whether you do like one a week, or you just do one the whole month. All that matters is you're having a good time doing it, so you're doing it right. And then Emma is carving a ghost in her sculpture class. Oh, that's so exciting. And you're gonna carve in blushy cheeks. Oh, I hope you share that. I would love to see it. Oh, you guys, that's awesome. Erin, learning how to make it really low pressure. Yep, you just gotta have fun with it. You gotta keep it low pressure and just keep it fun. And you haven't fallen behind for the first year. Well, congrats. That is a big accomplishment. And then Teresa, you've missed way more days than you've done. That is okay. That's okay. As long as you were making art, that's all that matters. Oh, thank you, Emma and Amanda. You're gonna make me have blushy cheeks. You guys are too sweet. Thank you. I am glad that you enjoy my little cute doodles. I enjoy doing them, and it makes it even better when I know that they bring other people a little bit of happiness, because they make me happy. Let's see, and Sad Dersham, I don't know if I said that right, I apologize. Thank you for thinking this is cute, and you are working on your last Inktober right now. Nice! So you're ahead. You're like almost done for the month. Man, I would love to have been in that position. But I am not. That's awesome though. So congrats to you, because that is not an easy thing to do. At all. It's hard enough to keep up, let alone be ahead. That would be great. Not for me, not this year. That's okay. As I keep saying, we just gotta be kind to ourselves, and enjoy the process. But I have a lot of respect for people who can do that, get like stuff done ahead of time. I'm like, I wish that was me. All right, Shelby. Well, Shelby, good job. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, I know. I've been honestly really surprised how much, like, I was a little worried about how I was gonna make the colors work for me, and it kind of just worked out. Like, and I feel like it kind of made me go outside my box, of what I normally would do. Because red and blue, not that I don't use them in my art, but by themselves, not normally. I do use a lot of purple though, and that is why I decided to do purple a lot. I don't know, this has been a very interesting, like, it's been like a lot of fun, like working out how to use the colors to my advantage. And as you said, use it to make variations and stuff. I will say that they have grown on me. And I'm just going in and I'm adding some shadow. We're gonna add some shadow in here. This little mushroom hat. Well, it sounds like everybody who is doing challenges is doing a good job keeping it light and low pressure and just trying to enjoy it. And that's really all that matters at the end of the day. I keep stressing this, not just for you guys, but to remind myself that to be patient and kind with myself and to just enjoy it. So the second you start stressing, it becomes a lot less fun. And the whole point is to enjoy it. Maybe learn some stuff along the way, learn to, you know, because if you think about it, doing a piece of art every day is just like, as you're practicing, just every day practicing your art. I mean, before this, like, I hadn't done a lot of traditional art. Like, I've been doing a lot of digital art. So before that, I felt really, really rusty going into this. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And I was a little nervous about it. And then, like, as the days went on doing the challenge, I was like, wow, like, I missed making a mess with ink and just drawing with a pencil. And now after this month, once I survive all of the prompts, because I'm getting there, I think it inspired me to do more, to get back into my traditional art more, which is awesome to me, because, like, it's been a while. I gotta keep up with I'm looking at the chat. You guys are so positive and kind. All the nice things you're saying. Emma, it's okay. I understand, like, a 31-day prompt list can be very overwhelming. It is perfectly okay to feel that way, because that is, as I said, that's a tough challenge to do. As long as you're doing art, and I know you are, that's all that matters. Because it's hard. I'm going to feel very accomplished, though. All right, let's see. I'm just going in and adding some shadows. We're going to go in here. So right now I'm just adding some shadows. When I do these, I'm like all over the place. I'm like, I'm gonna do shadows now. Now I'm gonna do some ink washes. Now I'm gonna do more shadows. Got to keep the people guessing. Well, I'm glad Shelby and Amanda and everyone else who said it that like my watching me draw in ink is relaxing. That's quite a compliment. And that's awesome. I like to be a calming presence. Keep it light, keep it positive, you know. Focus on art for art's sake. And just doing art. I put way too much on there. There we go. Making a mess. I'm just gonna darken that whole thing because that doesn't make sense. Not that it has to make, the light and dark doesn't have to make sense because this is my creation. The shadows and the light, they don't have to make sense. They don't have to match what would be in the real world. I can decide that my shadows and highlights make no sense. Oh, I got a Gizmo hair. That was bound to happen. Gizmo's my kitty. And even though she's not in the room with me right now, her fur is everywhere. So it was only a matter of time before I got fur somewhere in the ink. It was bound to happen. But the reason I don't have her in here is because she'd be yelling, and that's all you would hear. And also, because she's very talkative. And also, she'd jump up on the desk. For sure. I can guarantee that. Oh, have a good night, Shelby. Thank you for stopping by even for a little bit. Fur is an added art supply. If you have cats or dogs, I don't have dogs, I just have the one kitty, but I feel like anybody with a furry friend knows that if you have a furry friend, the fur is gonna end up in your art. Eventually, it's just gonna happen. You just gotta accept it. Embrace the fur. And then when it dries, you can take tweezers, or depending, you can take your fingers and pull it out. Let's see. Figuring out what I'm doing next. Because I kind of have wet ink everywhere now, because I kind of been working all over the place. Because I don't want to oversaturate one, like a small spot. So I'm trying to let it dry in between, although I get impatient. I don't know if any of you guys have done this, but a trick that I do, because I do get impatient with it drying, especially if I'm doing big ink washes across the, like just big ink washes that I need to dry in between doing another layer. A hair dryer can be your best friend. I think I've used my hair dryer more for drying ink or paint more than I've used drying my hair. It is not used for its intended purpose, which is, you know, blow drying your hair. But if you're ever impatient, use a blow dryer. Especially with ink, works really well. I've done it a couple times during this challenge this month. Would I ever want to make kids' books? I have thought about it because I feel like my ghost would be an excellent character in a kids' book. And honestly, I've already thought about, after, you know, I have to get through this challenge. That's the goal. I got to get through got to complete the challenge and get caught up. But after October and the dust has settled on everything, I do want to at least minimally maybe scan or take better pictures of all of the pieces I did this month and make it into like home make a zine, like a 5x7 or maybe 5x5 because these are all square. Print them all and staple it and make a zine out of them. As a baby step, you know. I would love to illustrate, I mean, children's books. Yeah. I mean, that kind of goes with, you know, one of my dreams has always been to illustrate a graphic novel. And I know that is a big undertaking. But it is a dream of mine. Maybe one day. So I'm just adding some water because I didn't like how dark I made that. Oop. We're really getting into it now. Making a mess. Let's bring this down because I have all this. I didn't use my empty space. I didn't like space this out very well. Everything's kind of like, there's like a big weird space, but by the time I had this sketched out, I was like, I'm not erasing all of this and starting over. So there's just gonna be this weird space at the bottom. So we just extended the grass down here. And I might do little like wavy lines. Yes, Rodney, the dryer is mandatory. If you're impatient, as I said, and I get impatient, hair dryer is a perfect tool for that. Heat gun, yep, heat gun also works. I do not have one. I want to have one for other crafts. One day, I'm going to remember to get a heat gun. Gizmo wants to paint. Gizmo wants to be up in my business all the time. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. If I'm doing it, she needs to be there. Which I love about her. And normally, I just deal with it when she's jumping up on, well, I'm like, oh! Because a couple times I've been working on these and she'll jump right on it. And I'm like, no! But the whole live stream would be me trying to deter her from jumping on the desk. All you would hear me say is, Gizmo, no, Gizmo, no. And you would just see her little feet. She is named after the character in Gremlins. You are correct. She is a little gremlin herself, honestly. I love her for it. But she does not act her age. She just recently turned 13, so she's an older lady. But she's very rambunctious. She still gets the zoomies, still runs around all over the place. As I've always told her, I tell her all the time, I'm like, you have to live forever. You have to promise me. But yep, she is named after the character in Gremlins. For good reason. All right, let's see. I am pretty happy with how this is turning out so far. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna toot my own horn a little bit. A Gizmo introduction. Yep, she would make her presence known. The thing is, if I brought her in here and then tried to like get her out of the room, she would just cry at the door and I'd feel really bad. I think she's taking a nap right now because that's, when she's not running around, she's taking naps constantly, which is okay. She's allowed to take naps. All right, let's see. I'm just thinking what I want to do. We might actually have time to start going back over the line work. Oh, you know what? I want to add some shadows because these, as you can see, kind of stick up. So we're gonna put some shadows underneath. We're gonna get fancy here. Not really fancy, but it'll just add a little more depth to it. Just add a little bit right there, and right there, and right there. Just to accentuate that these are kind of sticking up from the top of the mush. There we go. We're gonna do a little bit darker in here. All right, I think we're gonna go in, let's see. I'll avoid right there for right now. We're gonna go, we have time to do the white gel pen. I usually don't have time. A lot of the times I have to clean the tip off because I scratch it into the ink a little too hard, and then like there'll be residue on the tip. And I'll be like, why is this not working? And it's because it's got dried up ink on the tip of it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and we're gonna bring out all the whites that I colored over previously. This is why I was saying I don't care that I stay in the lines for some parts of this, because we're just gonna go back in. And then I can show you my other favorite trick, because I don't stay in the lines. Let's see, where's a bad spot? Like right here. Take it lightly and just go over that spot. It's like a magic eraser for ink. Like right there. And it's not perfect. It's not gonna hide it completely, but it makes it a little less noticeable that you went all out of the lines. Like me. So now I'm just going in and kind of like fixing all my stuff that's kind of like that's out of the line right there. This guy is a hot mess over here. I really didn't care about staying in the lines. I found what makes at least this gel pen work a little bit more smoothly is if you're a little bit lighter, like kind of just like barely touch it to the paper. So I find that it works a lot better if I do it very light and don't like press really hard. It works the ink comes out a lot smoother out of this if you have a very light touch with it, which, you know, as I've established, I'm not good at. But I have gotten better over this past almost month. All right, that all looks pretty good. Now we're gonna go in and fix these guys. Oh, that one is really not. See, we're just going in, making these spots white again. Because I decided on like the very stereotypical looking like Mario mushrooms, essentially. Which, fun fact, they start with an A. I don't remember the actual name except for it starts with an A, but the mushroom that the Mario mushroom is based off of, like this red with the white spots, is actually a poisonous mushroom. I learned that fairly recently, actually, because I bought myself a whole book on mushrooms. Because I'm like, if I'm going to draw mushrooms all the time, I might as well learn a little bit about what I'm drawing. And then I learned that that mushroom is a poisonous one. But we're going to say this one's not poisonous. This is a friendly mushroom. No poisonous mushrooms here. Not on this side of the internet. Not on my live stream. Only friendly mushrooms. With faces. Because that's the only way to be. Is a mushroom with a face. Man, I made a mess over here. Alright. Almost done with the cleaning up part. Ooh, look at this ghost. Alright. So now I want to add... Oh, this guy doesn't have the spots. We gotta add spots on him. We're gonna just freehand it. Add some spots on you, dude. Thought he looked plain. There we go. Amanita, yes! That is it. Thank you, Manda. I knew it started with an A, but I didn't want to just, like, say the wrong name. But that is it. Yep, that is what that mushroom technically is. And there might, in the mushroom world, there's a lot of mushrooms that have another version that's non-poisonous that looks a lot like it. I don't know if this particular mushroom does have a look-alike that's not dangerous, but generally speaking, if you see a mushroom like this in the wild, I feel like you should just leave it alone. All right, now we're going in and I'm doing some highlights because I don't think I'm going to make these leaves any darker. So I'm going to go in, add some, and there's like no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just adding some spots where it feels good, what feels right. And see, I can see this is like getting a little bit clogged. So what I do, I mean, it's messy and you could probably take a cloth and do this, but I kind of just get my fingers dirty and see. Now it's not all. Sometimes it gets a little clogged and you gotta make a mess on your hands. All right, we're gonna add some highlights right there. And we're I'm gonna add them on this side because I kind of colored this with orange a little bit. So we're gonna hide this by doing that. All right, we're gonna put another one right there. Let's see. And we're gonna put some white on the top of here. Now this is a rock with moss on it. The moss is orange because I don't have green. So a lot of things are orange this month, which is fine because that kind of works because it's October. Spooky time. Just adding some white on there. I'll add a little bit of white on the edge of this rock too. Why not? And on this side. Because we can do what we want here. Hi Sarah, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the live stream. We are drawing a ghost with mushies. Lots and lots of mushies. All right, let's see. Now I'm gonna go in. I'm really just kind of adding some little white spots. We're gonna put one there and one there, a little bit there. And I'm actually gonna, I think I'm gonna do one right along the edge. There we go. All right, let's do, we're just adding spots and lines and just wherever it looks good. Like here, And we'll do one here. And that covers up a spot that I put purple on by accident. Spinning this all around. Oh. All right. Oh, we forgot this guy up here. Just adds like a little pop to it, a little more dimension. As I said, there's really no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing it. I'm just kind of like adding lines and little dots where it feels right. No rules. What is this? Oh, I scratched the paper from pressing too hard with my pencil. Oh my goodness. My gosh, we only got like 9 minutes left. We're doing good though. All right, now we're gonna, so when I did the original line work, the like preliminary, like very basic line work, I used my, ooh, doesn't want to focus, 202, which isn't the thinnest one. It's kind of like, you know, it's thin, but it's not super thin. So now what I'm gonna do, I don't want to make my line super thick, so I'm gonna take the 03, focus, there we go. I'm gonna take the 3 and I'm gonna start redoing some of my lines because A, they're all super skinny and they're a little bit faded from putting a bunch of watery media, aka my ink, on it. So we're just gonna go back over. And just go in and strengthen these lines. See how the ghost is like popping a little bit more now? Because I'm darkening up and thickening the lines. Not like a super lot, but just enough to kind of make him pop out more. And this is usually, well, the gel pen's usually my last step, but I did that one first. This is usually the step I do after I lay all my color down. Actually, I want that to be black, so let's color that in. Ooh. My little skull. Boop, boop. Here we go. And actually, to show this is kind of behind, I'm going to do some little hatching right there. All right. Probably gonna go back, actually I'm gonna do it right now. And then if I go too thick somewhere like I did right there on his foot, I'm gonna try to, should probably wait until it dries. See, this is my problem, I'm impatient. There we go. Very lightly, kind of go in. There we go, I like that better. Actually, I messed up right there too. And the white gel pen isn't going to completely erase that black line, but it's going to make it a lot less noticeable that I messed that up. Oh, see, you can see a big difference now, like between like this part of the ghost that I've redone and the parts that I haven't. And that's really just, you know, personal preference for me. That's just how I do it. No right or wrong way. Because we could have left it the way it was with the line work the way it was. But I wanted a little bit of a thicker line. We got our little sleeping guy right here. And a little mush also sleeping. I feel like in every one of my pieces this month, like one of these little ghosts is taking a nap in every single one. Am I saying I want a nap? Possibly. How much time do we have? 4 minutes. I was finished doing this little section. Look at this little guy. Little mush. A whole bunch of little mush friends. It is exhausting. Imagine being this. Look at this tiny guy. He's so tired. It's been a long month. He's taking a much needed nap. Look at him. Oh. Sorry guys, I'm just drinking some water. Yapping my trap for an hour. All right. Well, I think this is about as far as we're gonna get on the stream, but I'm gonna finish this after I get off, and I'll post it on Mix, which is artsnacks.mix.co. I think I forgot what the. If Sarah's still in the chat, please correct me because I always say it wrong. But I'm gonna post it on Mix, which is a free art community. You should definitely check it out. All of my pieces. Thank you, Sarah. All of my pieces are posted on there. I've been updating that every day, and I also share stuff on there that I don't share on Instagram, like in-process sketches and stuff. Great, and there's the art community over there is super awesome and positive, and it's a great place if you're looking for, you know, an inclusive place to post your art and see other people's art. It is the place for you. Other than that, I just want to thank everybody for hanging out with me tonight again as I shake my camera all over the place. For coming to hang out tonight and watching me make a mess and draw some mushrooms and like just being awesome like you guys are. You guys are just all very, you know, you keep the live streams super positive and kind, and just it's a great place to be, and it's a great place to be doing a live stream, and I appreciate you guys. And hopefully you enjoyed it, and you gotta go out and do some art now, and I can't wait to see everybody's art, whether you're doing this prompt list or a different prompt list. I have loved seeing everybody's art all month. It's super inspiring. It's one of my favorite parts of October is all the challenges going on and seeing all of the art. This is not the last live, as Sarah beat me to it. Last one is Monday. So Monday we're gonna be doing the prompt Trick or Treat. What a great prompt to end this whole month of live streams. Anyways, so my time is up. It is 8 o'clock. So once again, thank you for coming. Thank you for being awesome, and happy inking, everybody. Bye, guys. See you Monday. Bye, bye, bye. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good rest of your night, guys. Bye.